Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Coach Stephanie here, CrossFit Humanity Yoga. Bringing it to you. Hope everybody's good. If you are here, I'd love to know who's joining us live today and kind of how you're feeling today. It's Sunday. It's warm, which is so exciting. I've been looking forward to the warm weather. I am a shorts and tank top lady, so the change from the cold to the warm is very much appreciated. Let's get set up. So how's everybody doing today? This week was it was up and down. We had great workouts, but then there was days where I'm like, don't want to do it. So yoga today is going to be kind of a nice, how should I say it? It's kind of a nice pick-me-up, and we're going to be upside down for that pick-me-up. We're going to focus a lot more on handstands today. So you won't really need anything. Won't really need kind of bringing it all the way through from the week. You can use a wall. So I don't have my mat set up near a wall, but the front of your mat, if you put it maybe 6 inches to a foot away from the wall, that will give you some access to utilize the wall for the handstand practice that we're going to do throughout the flow today. Also, there will be options for not handstanding, things that still kind of work either the position or just kind of good balance, but the option for handstand is always there or not there if you don't want to take it. We also will see a lot of the things we've done this week, Warrior 2, Half Moon, things that are single leg balancing postures that are really good to just kind of keep everything in good position and teach you how to stay balanced while we move in different planes and moving in a way that's maybe different than what you're used to. We're also going to see a lot of core today because yay, who doesn't want that? Things that are also going to help your handstands. And yeah, we're just going to flow like we normally do. Hopefully we will get everybody to a place where you get a little sweaty. I'm outside today and it's warm, so I'm going to get sweaty. And just kind of help you move through your Sunday feeling really good. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a seat on your mat. We're going to sit on the shins. We're going to breathe for a couple minutes here. And what I want you to focus on throughout practice today with the breath is that the breath is part of the way that you balance. Being able to focus and centered, it's a lot easier to find the balance, whether that's upside down on one leg or whatnot. So the breath is going to be kind of the anchor, as it always is, but it's going to kind of help guide us through the flow today. So go ahead, sit on the shins in the middle of your mat, and we're going to get started. All right. So sitting on the shins. Once you place the hands on the thighs, roll the shoulders down the back, sit up tall. If this doesn't feel good on the knees, you can sit on your butt, cross-legged, or any position that allows you to sit tall. So as we're sitting up, kind of create a little bit more space in the lungs, open up the ribs. Take a big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. Let's do that again, big inhale. Let it go. Last one, big inhale all the way up, fill up the lungs, and let go. Closing the mouth, let's just breathe through the nose, nice and smooth. And as you breathe, just notice any place that might feel a little bit stuck. And on the inhale, kind of create some space by actively expanding the ribs in all directions. Allowing that exhale to bring everything back to a neutral, soft position. So inhale opens everything up. And then the exhale brings it back and allows you to settle in. And when we get into postures like pigeon later on in the practice today, this breathing and the idea of this breath and the exhale being kind of the release is a really nice way to utilize the breath to help you relax into those postures more. And when you relax, they become a little bit more effective, both for flexibility and central nervous system. Just keep breathing through the nose. Find that big breath. Now I want you to kind of keep breathing through the nose, but you're going to firm the belly a little bit. So take the front rib, a forearm plank, or any kind of position, a squat hold or whatnot. But you also have to be able to have a little bit of movement in that contraction with the breath. So you have to be able to contract the core and stay tight, but also find that breath. So we find it here so that it's easier to access upside down. So keeping everything firm. Keep breathing. And gently opening the eyes. We're going to continue breathing through the nose, utilizing that breath when the time is right. So let's come to our hands and knees. We're going to start warming up the shoulders, start opening up the lats, getting everything ready for inversions. So keeping the hips stacked over the knees, we're going to go puppy walk the hands out in front. Inhale. With straight arms on your exhale, drop the chest towards the mat. And then once you've gotten as low as you can, keep downward pressure into the palms and drag the hips back. All right, inhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. We're going to go thread the needle. So next, inhale, right arm out. Exhale, drop the right shoulder to the floor as you thread the arm through, and then press through the left palm, open the chest. Inhale, come back to hands and knees. Exhale to reset, and then inhale, left arm out. Exhale to draw the left arm through, come onto the left shoulder, and then press to the left palm and twist. Inhale to come back to hands and knees. And now we're going to draw the hips down towards a child's pose position. So walking the hands out in front, you can rest the forehead on the mat. This posture and position, resting pose, is available to you throughout the practice at any time. If you want to skip handstands and take a rest, this is a great position to be in. From here, though, we're going to stretch out our lats. So keeping those arms out in front, walk them over to the left. Place the right palm down. Grab the wrist with the left hand, and then drag your right hip back to open up the right side. Inhale, walk the hands through center. And exhale over to the other side. So draw the left palm down, grab the left wrist, and reach your left hip back. Let's bring those hands back through center, and then just go ahead and sit on those shins one more time. Going for forearms now. So you're going to take the hands and reach them out in front, flip the fingers down, place the palms on the floor. And with straight elbows on your exhale, you're going to draw the hips down towards the heels. As long as you can keep those elbows straight, we're going to get a nice stretch to the tops of the wrists, bottoms of the forearms. Inhale, draw the shoulders forward. You're going to flip the palms now so that the fingers still face the knees, but the backs of the palms are on the floor. Keeping the elbows straight, exhale. Let's go ahead and sit the hips back. Inhale, go ahead and release. Let's take a seat one more time on the shins. We got triceps, and then we'll start flowing a little bit more. And grab your right elbow with the left hand. Inhale to sit up tall, and then exhale. Just draw that right elbow in towards the midline. And exhale to release. And grabbing the left elbow. Inhale to draw the elbow in. I'm just going to hold here, pull those ribs down. You might find one side's a little tighter than the other. Breathe. Let that exhale create softness in the place that you're stretching. It feels tightest. Exhale to release, tabletop position. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to start to warm up the core position a little bit. So we're going to come into a tabletop hold. Just one moment. Before we get there, you're going to take your belly button and the sternum and kind of pull them down so that close the gap. But I want that spine to be really long. So reaching through the crown of the head and the tailbone. So firm the belly, tuck the toes. Inhale to lift the knees 2 inches off the floor. Keeping that back really flat, pressing into the palms. Wrap your triceps towards your toes. We've created that really stable shoulder position. Hold here, breathe. About 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Straighten out those legs. You might have to open up your down dog just a bit. For these first few breaths, just kind of wiggle around. Move around any way that feels good. All right, let's find that still downward facing dog. So we can create our handstand position in this inversion, even though our feet are on the floor. So what I'd like you to do is separate your fingers into a comfortable position. You don't have to go like super splayed. Open up those hands, create a bigger base of balance. Okay? I want the space between the first and the thumb finger to be rooted down into the floor. Again, take those triceps, wrap them back towards the toes. And then as you continue to press down into the palms, try to just reach your shoulders a little bit towards your ears, just a tiny bit, and then draw your chest to your toes. So we've created kind of an open shoulder position that is strong and stable. And then firm that belly, ribs in. All right, inhale, come forward to plank. Bring the knees down to the count of 5. We'll lower to the belly. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Untuck the toes. Roll the shoulders down the back, elbows in. Inhale, little lift of the chest. Okay, hold here. Now, only lift as high as you can lift the hands off the floor. Okay? So we're just lifting with the chest, upper back. And then exhale, release the chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra, press now into the palms, come up a little higher. Exhale, release. And then next, inhale, upward facing dog. Straighten those arms, open the chest. All right, tuck your toes on your exhale, downward facing dog. Keep wrapping the triceps towards the toes, pressing through the palms. All right, inhale, forward to plank. This time we're going to lower halfway and then draw our chest forward and through into upward facing dog. Here we go. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Okay. Exhale, down. One more time. Full speed here. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. Good. All right. Inhale to look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees. And then a little gentle hop of the feet to the top of the mat. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back, hold. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, all the way back down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step to plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down. Inhale, look between the hands, bend the knees, send the feet to the top of the mat. Feet together, hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step to plank. Again, lower down halfway. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale. Now, one more time, look forward, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, feet to the top of the mat. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, all the way back down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hold here. Bend the knees, chair pose. Slow, arms up. Okay, so let's create this handstand position in our arms while we're in chair pose. So firm the ribs in, extend the arms, and wrap the triceps down towards the toes. Pull the arms back in line with the ears. All right, lifting the heels off of the mat to the count of 5. We'll draw the hips down to the heels. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release the hands. We're going to reach them out in front. Send the knees apart. And then on your exhale, we're going to drop down into our belly into a tuck. All right, here we go. Draw the hips down. Back, lift up, tuck. Okay, so this is also called boat pose. Boat pose would be straight legs, but we're going to start with our knees bent. Feet in line with the knees. Knees are squeezing together. Chest is lifted. Okay? All right, now we're going to roll onto our belly, over the hips, feet in line with the knees. Reach the arms towards the toes, and on your inhale, just round the upper back and bring the shoulder blades off of the floor. Take the front ribs, push them down. We're going to hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into the chest. All right, so you can rock up to a seat. So next up, we're going to do a little core series. Okay, we're going to take the tuck position will be the kind of home base, and then we're going to kind of move from there. So here's what the sequence looks like, and then we will do it all together. So you're going to start back in the tuck position. Okay, so we're going to go extend one leg, and then we'll bring it back up. We'll extend the other leg, bring it back up. We'll go both, bring it back up, and hold. Okay, so we'll go through that just a couple times. This is going to be a progression, so the next round is going to be a little bit more challenging. This is kind of first step to get everything nice and moving. All right, lay back, top position. Okay, so looking between the legs, front ribs are down, shoulder blades are off the floor. Okay, extend your right, bring it back in. Extend the left, extend both. That's one. We have 4 more. Right, left, both. Good. Right, left, both. 2 more. Right, left, both. Last one. Right, left, and both. Knees into your chest. Lay back. Okay, plank position. All right, next up, we've got 20 shoulder taps. Okay, we're going to tap right hand, left shoulder. We're going to go back and forth. I want you to keep your hips totally neutral. Legs are super active. Okay. All right, keeping those legs super tight. We're starting with the right hand. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to 20. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Hold here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. All right, moving on. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. We're going to bring your back knee down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, arms up. You're going to allow the hips to just kind of soften down. Interlace thumbs. Inhale, reach the arms up, 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 and now lift your chest. Breathe. And exhale, bring the hands down. Straighten out the front leg, half split. So in this position, you're going to take your right hip and scoop it in towards the midline, and then take your chest and extend it forward towards your toes. lift your left knee off the floor. Start by dropping the hips down, lift the chest up. All right, next, inhale, left leg lifts, standing split. Fingertips to the floor, left leg up. So we're gonna come back and revisit those needle kicks we did on Friday. Okay? So wherever you can rest your fingers, somewhere where it allows you to balance, 10 reps, you're gonna tap your left toes to the floor and then drive your leg back to the ceiling. Okay, 10 reps, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold here. All right, next exhale, you're gonna step to plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale. All right, second time. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it forward and through. Back knee comes down. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the thumbs. Inhale, extend the arms up. Lift the chest. Keep softening the hips down. We're stretching out the front, like the hip flexors, so that we can continue to try to drive that leg up really high. This is a really nice stretch pre-like split or standing split. Good. Exhale, hands come down, straighten out the front leg, hips go back. Again, scoot that left hip in. Extend your chest forward. That intensifies the stretch without you having to necessarily fold more towards the leg. Breathe. Now on your inhale, let's go ahead and rebend the front knee. Tuck your back toes, straighten your right leg. Draw the hips down. Extend the chest, get a little extra flexibility here in this hip. Next, inhale, standing split, right leg lifts. Fingers to the floor, bend that standing knee so that you can do that if you have some tightness that you're working with in the back of the left leg. And we're gonna go for 10 needle kicks. Here we go, tapping the right foot down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Hold here. Keep lifting. On your next exhale, let's step to plank. We're down halfway. Inhale, scoop the chest. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, come forward to plank. Okay, now we're going to drop down to our forearms. Okay. So dropping down the elbows, so that your elbows are underneath the shoulders and that your palms are in line with those elbows. Okay? Butt is in line with the shoulders. Press down into the forearms, lift the ribs up. And hold here, squeeze those legs tight. Now 10 total. We're gonna tap knee to tricep 10 times, 5 on each side. All right, so right knee, right tricep, in. And then replace right or left, and replace right, left, right, left. 4 more. Right, left, right, left. Good. Hold here. Knees down, child's pose. Hips go back. Breathe through the nose. Find that expansive breath. Right. Next exhale. All right. Inhale and lift the right leg. Exhale, right knee to nose. And bring the shoulders forward, round the upper back. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring the shoulders forward, lift the knee high. Inhale, extend. The last one. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Then exhale, step the foot between the hands. Keep the hips down. Chest goes up. lifting the chest. All right, next inhale, standing split. Bring that left leg up. Now try to get that left leg a little bit higher by driving the heel up. A little bit of strength, a little flexibility here. All right, on your exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, hips low. Inhale brings you up, high lunge. Firm those ribs. All right, coming into warrior two. You're going to drop this back heel down. You're going to open the hips to the left. Reach the arms out wide like a T. Draw the hips down. Inner right thigh extends forward. Exhale. We're going to windmill the hands down. Step to plank. Lower down halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring the shoulders forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift the knee higher. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step forward between the hands and hold. Hips down, chest up. Dropping those hips down, lifting up. Next inhale, standing split. Try to get that right leg a little higher. Drive the heel up. All right, next exhale, gently step it back. High lunge. So we keep that heel up. Next inhale, reach the arms up. Flatten the ribs, that belly. Good. Next exhale, I'm going to drop the back heel down, warrior two. We're going to open the arms, turn the whole torso to the right side. Inner left thigh. Reach it forward, in line with your front toes. Okay. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, so now you have the option to rest, stay in downward facing dog as it is an inversion. We're going to play around about 5 breaths of just kind of kicking up. And what I want you to think about, you're not kicking to the wall behind you or an imaginary wall. You're kicking to the ceiling. We're thinking in our handstands of not of going forward, but of going up. The more you can think about up, the easier it'll be to find the balance and hold the balance. Okay? So about 5 rounds of breath just to kind of play around. And remember, breathing is super important. Try to stay really firm in the ribs, tight in the core, but like loose enough that we can breathe a little bit. All right, let's have everybody meet in downward facing dog. All right, inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring your shoulders forward. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Last one, we'll hold there. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold here. And step the foot between the hands, warrior two. Heel comes down. Inhale, brings you up. So keep lengthening. Inner right thigh forward, scooping the tailbone down. Inhale, straighten your front leg. You're going to turn the toes to the left. Next inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, we'll just bow forward. I'm going to first find a little hammy stretch here. And so with the toes pointing to the left, you're going to take the tailbone and scoop it up. And then just allow the torso to hang towards the floor. Breathe, allow the neck to soften. Hands on the hips with a flat back. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then back to warrior two. You're going to turn your right toes forward. Take this right thigh, lengthen it, bending that right knee. Arms go back out. All right, now making your way to half moon. We've been practicing this kind of the latter half of the week. So left hand to the hip, right arm reaches out in front. On your inhale, you're going to reach really far forward. Keep reaching. Bring a little more weight to this right foot. And on your inhale, lifting the left leg. We're going to come on into our balance. Try to stack your right hip on top of the left by opening up the hips to the left side of the room. You want to challenge your balance. You place your right hand on the shin. Everything is straight, really long. All right, on your exhale, bringing both hands down. Let's step to plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. And our donkey kick. It's not going for an imaginary wall or going forward. The donkey kick goes up. Your heels to your butt is just kind of creating a little tuck position, but you're going up to the ceiling with those hips. So we're going to do 5 to 10 if you want to get spicy today. So bring those feet together, shorten the down dog. Super strong arms, push them out of the way. Bend the knees, keep the heels to the butt. 5 to 10 times. You can also rest in child's pose if you want something different. Good. And then let's meet back in downward facing dog. We're going to do the same side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Last one, knee to nose. Let's hold here. Lift the knee higher. Step it forward between the hands. Warrior two. Back heel comes down. Inhale, brings you up. Okay, so the arms are out wide. And bend that front knee. Tailbone down. Get some softness under the shoulders. Put some length through the fingertips. Inhale to straighten the front leg. Turn the toes to the right. Arms reach up. And then exhale. Let's go fold again. All right, so your two options. You can stay with this fold. Try to walk the fingers behind you. Press your palms to the floor and give yourself a little bit of leverage to draw down and deeper into the stretch. Or you can go for some straddle hops. Okay? So placing the palms kind of underneath you. Okay? Shift your weight forward. And then just like the donkey kick, instead of bringing your heels to your butt, you're going to sweep your feet out wide and then up to handstand if you want to go all the way. Okay? So little hops. Send those feet out wide. 5 to 10, just like we did before. All right. And then everybody, feet go back into your wide leg position, hands on the hips, flat back. Inhale, rise all the way up. Back to warrior two. The left toes turn forward, bend that front knee, arms reach out. All right, now coming into a half moon. So right hand to your hip, left arm still reaches out. You're gonna reach forward with the left hand, reach, reach, reach. Next inhale, right leg comes up, left fingertips to the floor. Now soft bend in that standing knee that we normally do for things like RDLs and deadlifts. This right hip is stacked on top of the left so your hips are open. You can challenge your balance by grabbing your left shin. Right on your exhale, hands go down, first step to plank, lower halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down. Inhale, Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, send the feet to the top of the mat. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, go all the way back down. Hands on the shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward. We're going to go chair pose. Hips low. Inhale, arms reach up. Again, find that good rotation in the shoulders for our overhead position. Lifting the heels off the floor to the count of 5. Hips down to the heels. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms forward. Knees out wide. On your exhale, you're going to bring the hips down to the floor. Modified bow, so bouncing on your sit bones. All right, knees to your chest, rock onto your back. All right, now go ahead and sit back up. We're going to do a little bit more core now. We're going to find our hollow hold position. Again, you can always go to the tuck that we did a couple of sequences ago instead. And then we're going to go through what's called a 4-part V-up. I'm going to show you here, and then we'll do it all together. So very similar to that tuck sequence we did, but this time we're going to go right leg, left leg. We'll go both, and then straddle, okay? And that's just going to give us, in our hip flexors, a nice well-rounded core practice for the day. All right, we're going to start with the hold, though. So sitting up with your legs straight out in front, hands on the thighs, elbows in. Okay? You're going to round your back and lower all the way until right before you can feel your shoulder blades on the floor. Okay? And then you're going to squeeze your butt and lift your legs. Okay? This is too much on your lower back. Your lower back is not flat on the floor. You can go back to the bending the knees or just lift your legs up a little higher. And if you want the finish, you can go arms overhead. We're going to hold for 10. Squeeze, 9, 8, 7. Take a little rest. For the 4-part V-up coming up, we're going to do 5 sets. We're going to do 3, rest, and then we'll finish with 2 sets. Okay? All right, so let's lay all the way on the floor, arms overhead. All right, here we go. Sit up, touch the right leg. Back down, sit up, touch the left. Good. Both. And straddle. That's 1. Sit up, touch right. Touch left. For both. Straddle. Last little set. 2 rest. 1. Touch right. Touch left. Both. Straddle. Okay, bring your knees in, lay back. Go 1 more round. We're going to do 2 sets this time. All right, going all the way on the mat. Arms overhead. Here we go. Sit up, touch the right. Touch the left. Both. Straddle. Okay. Touch right. Left. Both. Straddle. Bend knees in. Whew. You're going to start to rock forward and back. And then on the 3rd or 4th rock, you're going to rock to the hands into downward facing dog. And then you're going to take your right foot and let it fall to the floor behind you. Straighten out your left leg. Inhale, lift the hips. Open the chest, wild thing. All right, inhale. Come back to a 3-leg down dog. Keep your right leg up. On your exhale, let's bring your right knee to your left tricep. Then straighten out your right leg. Drop to the inner edge of the left foot. And then inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Keep holding. All right, on your inhale, let's go 3-legged plank. Both palms down, right leg stays lifted. On your exhale, step your right foot between the hands, standing split. Left leg reaches up. All right, 5 handstand hops. So you're going to kick that left leg to the ceiling, firm the ribs, try to get really long. You can also wrap the hands around your right ankle for a standing split balance. Once you've done 5, let's go ahead and everybody meet into that standing split. Soft bend in that right knee. Hands come to the hips. Keeping the left leg up. Warrior 3. Inhale. Just bring the chest up a little bit more. Next exhale. High lunge. You're going to step the left foot back of the mat. Reach the arms up. Inhale. The count of 5. We're going to lower the back knee to the floor. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Low lunge and let the hips soften down. Good. Exhale. Hands come down. Step to plank. More halfway. Inhale. Cobra up dog. Exhale. One more. Good. Let's go. Other side. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee. Open the hip. You can drop that right or that left foot to the floor. Straighten out the right leg. Inhale to lift the hips. Wild thing. All right. Inhale to that 3-leg down dog. Both palms down. Keep the left leg up. Exhale. Left knee to right tricep. Extend your left leg out in front. Drop to the inner edge of the right foot. Lift the right arm up. Inhale to a 3-legged plank. Keep that left leg lifted. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Standing split. Right leg lifts. All right, again, you can either wrap the hands around the ankle for a balance or 5 handstand hops. We're going straight to the ceiling. Arms are strong, pressing the palms down into the floor. Kicking up. Active legs. All right, let's meet in standing split with the right leg up. All right, hands to the hips. Soft bend in that standing leg. Inhale, coming to warrior 3. Lift the chest up a little bit higher. Lift the back leg up a little more. Good, next exhale. High lunge, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Arms reach up. So the count of 5, we're going to lower the back knee to the floor. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck the toes. Allow the hips to come down a little bit deeper. Good. Exhale, hands down. Step to plank. Lower halfway. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Go ahead and bring those knees to the floor and just sit on the heels. All right, before we cool down, we're going to give you guys just a couple more cycles of breath to practice being inverted. Downward facing dog is an inversion. So if you want to stay with that and just hold that, that's very similar to holding plank. Create that good shoulder position and then you'll be good. If you want to go handstands and you have a wall, feel free to kick up high. Or you can go and drop down into child's pose if you're ready to take a little break. 5 cycles of breath, slow through the nose, trying to find our handstand position. Keep pulling the ribs in. That core position is the critical part of your handstand. Legs can do a lot of different things, but if that core is not really active, it's not going to be easy to hold. 2 more breaths. All right, and then everybody meet in child's pose, wherever you are. Toes touch, knees wide. Go ahead and come on down. All right. On your next inhale, let's let's go ahead and come into downward facing dog. Start to cool it down, stretch it out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step to the outside of the right hand. Bring your back knee down. On top of the toes. So we can stay here. You can drop all the way to the forearms. We'll just spend the next couple breaths just kind of diving into the hips here. Hopefully throughout this week, you got a lot of different ideas for ways to practice handstands, how to incorporate it into kind of a new flow or just kind of moving around this way. So next week, we'll talk about a whole new set of stuff. We're probably going to focus a little bit more on the hips and squat position. All right. From here, go ahead and come back on the palms of the feet, drop to the forearms. We're going to walk this right foot over to the left for pigeon. Drop your right shin down. Scoot your, and the exhale to create softness. Inhale to come onto the hands. You're going to roll towards your right hip, swing your left leg around, and we're going to place our right foot into the inner left thigh. Inhale to sit up tall, right arm up, and then exhale, reach up and over. Grab what you can along the outer edge of the left leg, and then draw your right hip downward and target the lower back here, specifically the right side. Inhale to come up, and then just get to downward facing dog any way you want. So you can rock onto the hands, you can go through that flow of rolling halfway into upward facing dog, or you just go right back to down dog. Whatever feels good for you today. And we go second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step to the outside of the left hand. Right knee comes down on top of the back toes. Okay, so we can stay here. We can drop to the forearms. Letting the hips soften. Inhale onto the hands, and then we'll go pigeon. So shimmy that that left foot over to the right. And then you're gonna drop your left shin to the floor. Scoot the right leg back. Once you get into a position you think you can hold for a couple rounds of breath, over the forearms. And then remember, inhale creates the space for more expansion, and then exhale lets everything soften. Oh, yes. Inhale, come onto the hands. We'll swing the right leg around. Bring the left foot to the inner right thigh. Sitting up tall. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, reach up and over, whatever you can grab on the right leg. And then draw the left hip down to create a little bit more space in the lower back. Inhale, brings you up. Let's go ahead and just place the feet flat on the floor. Hands will go behind you. We'll go reverse tabletop. Stretch out the biceps, forearms, shoulders, all those things real quick before we close it out. So inhale, lift the chest, straighten the arms. Hips rise. Shift your weight forward just a tad. We're going to hold for 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Bring your hips down. Cross your shins. Let's find a comfortable seat. Close it out with a couple cycles of breath. So relax those shoulders. Hands on the knees. Sit up tall. Take one big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. 5 long inhales and exhales through the nose. Making sure that it's even on both sides of the breath. Broadening your awareness and your focus. Gently opening the eyes. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, that joined me live today. If you're here, I'd love to know who's here. Give me a little wave or a comment in the chat. If you are joining me post live and you've got some modifications that you used or things that you did instead of maybe something we did that you really like, please leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know what you guys are doing, if you have any questions or things that you guys are working on. And if you have any questions, as always, we are here. You can email me at stephanie@crossfithumanity.com or reach out to any of our social media outlets and we will get back to you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow with a new practice.